Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a good one. So we have a lot to unpack today. So the debt ceiling crisis is kind of averted, right? Still needs to be finalized, needs to be voted on, needs to be vetted, all that good stuff. But so far so good. But a part of that package was the 30% excise tax on Bitcoin miners. That's been scrapped. Supposedly, that's been scrapped. That would be a smart thing. Truthfully, I never thought that it was put in there to actually go through. I think it was one of those things that if they put it in there, it can be used as a bargaining chip, and it looks like that's exactly what happened. Gemini is looking to have the court case brought against them by the SEC thrown out. Apparently, the SEC, and I reported about this a while ago, the SEC has sued Gemini and Genesis Global for supposedly selling unregistered securities to investors. But they were recently asked by Coinbase, what are securities? Which cryptos are securities? And how do you determine what cryptos are securities? And the SEC refused to answer. So how can you continuously take people to court and say that they're doing something when you can't say what it is that they're doing? It's kind of odd. So I don't think that is going to get thrown out, but I think that it could probably wind up being yet another black eye for Gary Gensler and his little, SEC henchmen over there. And the reason why is because Brad Garlinghouse is still saying, listen, I think it's going to be weeks that we get a ruling, and I think it's going to be a favorable ruling for Ripple. So that's kind of a big deal, and I think that's exactly why Gemini is hopping on, those coattails, and I think there are probably going to be others. So we'll keep a watch out on that. Russia scraps plans to develop their own national crypto exchange. Now, this is a big, their overall stance on crypto has changed because of the sanctions that are going against them because of their stupid frickin' and deadly frickin' war that they have going on in Ukraine. Yeah, I said it's stupid. They should never have done it. I'm totally against Russia and their little war. Well, not little, obviously, but the sanctions are getting to them, and they've got to do more than just work with China to figure out how to handle cross-border transactions, and that's going to be a problem, right? So they're looking to use obviously crypto. So right now, only BitRiver, because they are based in Russia, is working with them. Now, that's not to say that other exchanges won't work with them, but I think it's going to be a hard thing to do. So we'll see how that works out for them. It is something I'm going to pay attention to. And the reason why is because depending on the kind of money that you're talking about, it could move markets. Now, on good news, Shiba Inu has burned 3.6 billion Shib in just, I believe, the last 24 hours. That's crazy. Now, remember, total in circulation for Shib is 1 quadrillion. However, 40% or over 410 billion Shib have already been burned, have already been sent to a burn wallet rather. That means that those will never come back. So now you're at 60% of the original quadrillion, 600 billion. Now, when that really starts to trickle out there and really starts to hit people, I think you're going to see Shib start to move up. And remember, this is on top of them kind of quietly, not as loudly as they could have, launching Shiba Swap, which is their DEX. I think that's going to introduce new things. And they've got a lot of things going on. Remember, back in March, I had reported that they were integrated into Now Payments. Now Payments has also just integrated Hedera HBAR. So these are big moves by some popular chains. HBAR obviously not as popular as Shiba Inu, but still kind of popular. Now, on other good news, Polygon is about to pop. I'm serious. Polygon's co-founder Sandeep Nailwal has another project coming out, Pluto MISFITS, that obviously is going to be launched on Polygon, and the hype around it is pretty loud. The NFT Web3 project is about to launch later this quarter. I'm thinking later June, and I think it's going to be pretty popular and bring some more fun. Summertime comes, perfect name, Misfits, so we'll see. I'd like to introduce my friend Jason Augusto. He goes by the tag name Sabar7 because he's got little can stand the man, right? It's his own little project, and I'd like to see him take off as well. Anyway, that was just a little shout out. Me and Jason been friends since we were like little guys, and we will die being friends. So that's it. That's family. Now payments, like I said, is just making moves. So if you look across the crypto space, you can see a lot of these projects beginning to lift up. Now, I think everything's going to lift up. Why? Because XRP is expecting a positive, a positive result in the past little while. And if you look at that price, last time I looked, it was above 50 cents for XRP. So that's a big deal because just a couple of days ago, it was like 44 cents. So at 6 cents, at a 6-cent gain, you're talking about a pretty significant move by that project. Now, you take that and you look at the debt ceiling, and today the Dow is implied, the implied open for the Dow is up 72.66%. That's also good. Something else that is still a rumor, I have not been able to, get a ton of information on it, but certain things kind of point to it being true, is China allowing Hong Kong and mainland customers, retail customers, participate in crypto. That is huge. That could have a huge impact, and that's going to happen supposedly Thursday. So keep your fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. I was gonna take a little bit of coin out, because I wanted to get a little something, and I had to put the brakes on that because all the reporting that I've been doing, I've been seeing things just slowly creeping up, just bing, 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 just a little bit at a time. I mean, even Bitcoin. You know what? We should get into the numbers. That's what we should do. So let me hop on over. There you go. And so now you can see my top 5. You know what? Let's refresh this. There you go. All right. So you can see my top 25 winners and losers, right? So let's go over to losers first. And you can see right now that you stop at that 6%, boom, and you've only got a couple of places that, that I don't even pay attention to. None of these coins do I pay attention to, like at all. In the 5% range, Optimism, Pepe. Now think about this. Pepe had been up above a $1 billion market cap, and it has fallen precipitously. It's still at a very respectable 580 million, but it makes you wonder about, what the use case is. A meme coin is a meme coin is a meme coin, right? And that's the only reason why I'm calling it out, so that you can pay attention to that. Sui, I'm really iffy about this project. I wouldn't touch it. I know other people have been talking about it. I still wouldn't touch it. Just doesn't smell right. You know what I mean? Just does not smell right. So it sets me off a little bit. But if you look at the winners, you stop right here. IOTA, not something I pay attention to. None of these guys do I pay attention to. But it says that everything is kind of chilling out for a little while, moving sideways. Solana and VeChain 2% moves. Yeah, again, moving sideways. I mean, look at how much of a change they are from their all-time high. I mean, 93 and 92 and 93% on those alone. A lot of projects are off their all-time highs, but you can also see how a lot of these projects are going to wind up coming back in a major fashion. The fear and greed index is at 51. Remember, we closed out last week at, I think, 49.50. So I think we're slowly creeping up. And I think later on today, tomorrow, we'll see things pop up again. DeFi Llama, we're at 61 billion in total value locked. If you look at my overall space right here, now this is something I pay attention to all the time, because remember what I was saying. We were moving laterally, we had been, and then we started moving laterally and dipping below my green band. And you can see my green band, depicted by 31,580 and 26,475. And we've been below that, but we've been steadily moving up. The number that I'm paying attention to, if you notice what I've been saying for a long time, I've been paying attention to this 28 range, which is my orange line right here, which is where we're bouncing right now. What we need to do, if we're going to continue moving laterally, that's fine, but we need to continue moving laterally in the upper section of this green band. That would make me happy, because as long as we're bouncing around here, the next one up, I didn't actually do that. Are you kidding me? I thought I marked that. Oh well, I'll have to mark that. My next one up is 31,580, and then after that, I think I'm looking at, I think 34 and change, maybe even 35,000 for Bitcoin. I should have started with this one because we all know this one always gives me a problem, but it actually came in quick today. So kudos to the site. But you're looking at Ethereum at above that 1900 mark, which is what I'm always looking for. And you have Bitcoin again coming in 27,992. Again, I need it to be at that 2828 mark. So these are things that I'm paying attention to. Again, let's take a look at XRP. You're at 50 cents. You're over 50 cents for XRP, right? Pay attention to these things because I told you before, we had serious buying opportunity. Now, if you look at all-time highs, we still have a serious buying opportunity for a while because it'll be a while before we get to those all-time highs again. However, in a local kind of movement, these are still buying opportunities, but everything is going up. Cardano's going up. Why? They have their min swap space going up. This is why. More total value locked, more trading going on. So that's a good thing. Doge still bouncing around that 7.2 cent range. Today it's at 7.3. Not really messing around with it. It's just moving sideways. And I mean, seriously sideways. If you want to look at the list, here's your list. Everything seems to be moving back to where it was just a few weeks ago. And I am paying attention to Polygon because Polygon had reached just, I think yesterday or the day before, and we'll take a look at this. Hopefully it doesn't crash my video. How long does it take? Come on, guys, let's go. We got to do here. And there you go. So just a little while ago, you saw Polygon up as high as 92 cents. And if I take a look at the 7-day, which is really what I want to do, your 7-day saw it at 95 cents. And that was just the 23rd, or I'm sorry, the 28th, which is just a couple of days ago. So this is why I'm paying attention to this, because these are signs that things are about to move in a positive direction and could take us a little bit higher. If everything happens on June 1st with regard to China, hold on to your hats. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. Hope my research helps. I hope it inspires you to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Have a good one. Bye-bye.